Guys, so today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup look. This is what I use most days when I'm kind of just hanging around the area with Sebastian. If I'm going out for like a longer day or a special occasion, then I do my makeup very differently. But this is just kind of very basic because Sebastian is now walking. If you see in my Instagram, you'll see that he's walking. And so I have to do everything really quick. Also, I have 10 minutes until I have to pick Sebastian up from nursery, so I'm going to try and do this within that time. The thing that I have done is moisturise my face. I use the like a moisturiser, basic moisturiser from Avon. It's the Solutions Balance and Matte SPF 15, and I use this on a lot of my clients as well. I find that it's just a really lovely moisturiser that's not too oily. And the foundation that I'm going to use is my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm just going to take my Real Techniques, I think this is the Expert Face Brush. My brain is just not working, and I'm just going to go in and basically just start to push the product into the skin. In fact, I'm going to use my finger just to put it in. Now, I've done loads of videos on concealer as foundation, and concealer is basically just a full coverage foundation. I use this product a lot on clients because it doesn't have much SPF in it, which is great for photography. But for myself, it just means I don't have to use too much. It's very quick and flawless. That's why I like it. And you know, it just gives you a flawless look without having to use too much product. So I'm just going to kind of pull it around. And then I'm going to take my brush and just buff it into the skin. You don't want to move the products around too much because otherwise you're just pushing it around the face rather than actually kind of you need to push it in the face rather than pushing it around the face is what I'm trying to say. I'm totally like brain farted today. There's just nothing's working at all in my head. Okay, just going to push it under the eye. Again, I don't use concealer or anything like that on a normal day. I haven't got the time for it. If I'm going to do makeup beautifully and properly on myself, then I'll wait for like a really nice day, because I do take ages with makeup. I can take ages with makeup, and you can see that it's just given me a really flawless coverage. And I will just go in with my Sigma P88 concealer brush and just kind of smooth out any areas under the eyes or any creases. In my case, I am quite old, so I have a few lines and wrinkles. I'm not quite old at all, I'm 31. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to kind of sink into my face. That sounds horrible. I'm just going to leave that to kind of set, because you don't want to go putting powder on kind of more kind of moist foundation, because it will basically just push the foundation more with the powder and just make it very clumpy and very patchy. You don't want to do that. The colour that I'm taking is MAC Woodwinked, and this is kind of just like a shimmery brown. And I'm taking my, everything I've got is MAC 127 brush. You can basically just use whatever you want. And I'm just going to just put it onto the hood of my eyes. Quickest makeup ever. This is what it's like when I've got Sebastian. It's really like quick and just very straightforward. I don't do anything fancy because I just don't have the time. I do put some eyeshadow underneath as well. And I will go back in with that shadow, because what I tend to do is then put a soft brown on top. If you want as well, you can start to blend it out, because sometimes I do that. I kind of just blend it out onto the upper part of the socket. I'm just very conscious that we only have 10 minutes now, and then just go in with like a darker shade. I'm just going to blend some black in. You do not have to do this. I'm totally doing this now, just spur of the moment. I usually just do the lids, but you know, I'm turning this into a makeup challenge. There we go. Kind of. I'll tidy that up later. So my eyebrows are, as you can see, very non-existent. I just have to almost kind of Crayola them in. This isn't the kind of professional technique that I would use. If it was on someone else, I would brush them. I'd probably use a bit of wax. I would shape them. I would do many other things. But I have no time for all that faff. I just have to kind of just get them drawn in as best as possible. So I've basically just used a Rimmel soft brown eyeliner there. And I'm just going to use this brush to roughly push that product out. But then I'm going to go in with a mixture of black and brown. I don't know if you can see in that palette. I just mix a bit of black and brown together, and I then use that to kind of set. It's a very similar technique to the Benefit. Can you even hear me? I don't even know if you can hear me properly. It's a similar technique to the Benefit Browsings. It's like a wax and then like a powder on top to set. So it's kind of the same sort of technique, but cheaper. I'm not the biggest fan, apart from the Professional, I'm not actually the biggest fan of Benefit. So my husband always says, oh, you Crayola in your eyebrows. These are not the best eyebrows, but they will do. Next, I'm just going to use an eyeliner, and I'm going to line the bottom of my eyes. You don't have to do this again. Why am I saying you don't have to do this as if I'm doing a makeup tutorial? I'm not doing a makeup tutorial at all. This is just what I do every day. Yes, this is not a tutorial, so I'm really cutting corners here, because some of you know, I keep saying this in all videos, some of you know that I'm a makeup artist. Well, I am actually a makeup artist, so I do know what is kind of like there's no rules in makeup, but what is kind of recommended, and this is not recommended. My techniques. But this is recommended for mums who are in a rush. So the mascara I'm using here as well is Estee Lauder. It's the, which Estee Lauder is this? I can't remember. The Sumptuous Extreme, which is a really fab mascara. However, get the waterproof one. This is the most unwaterproof mascara that you'll ever encounter, ever. And I'm just going to do the lower lids as well. I'll be amazed if I make it in the next 10 minutes to nursery. I really can't be bothered to pick him up. I wish I had like a slave that would go to nursery and pick him up for me, but I have to walk the dog. And okay, good technique is to wiggle the brush up, wiggle it, and then that will kind of set your eyelashes to kind of staying up, basically. Got a big clump at the end of my eyelashes from yesterday's makeup, which I didn't take off properly. The life of a mum. 42 seconds to go. I've got 42 seconds to go. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the kind of T-zone of my face, and I'm using Studio Fix foundation, MAC Studio Fix foundation here for that. If you're having photos taken, do not use this, because it will flash back and you will look white as a ghost. Yeah, coming! Okay, next I'm going to just, this is like a 10-minute challenge. I'm going to take kind of a soft brown from a random palette, and I'm going to contour my face with a contour brush by Real Techniques. Race against time! Now I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in, this is medium dark, and I'm going to go around kind of the do a 3 shape and push that product into the skin and down under the chin, and again around here. Bridge of the nose, because that's always where the sun catches. And then my MAC Melba with a MAC, I think this is a blusher brush, just push that in as well. Beautiful! Let's sort out these eyes of mine. So yeah, you just go around and like tidy it up. Chris is going to come up in a minute and be like, hey. Done! We did our makeup in 10 minutes. Oh. Okay, so I kind of did my makeup in 10 minutes, and this is usually how I would leave the house. Probably an eyebrow a bit wonky and an eyebrow missing or forgetting a step somewhere along the lines, but it is possible to do nice flawless makeup in 10 minutes. Last but not least, some lipstick. I'm using Rimmel Coral Britannia, and this is the Moisture Renew, and I'm just going to like kind of slap it on. I'm sorry for the noise, I left the window open through this whole video, but there you go, Mum in a rush, I'm going to nursery, see you later, bye!